Good evening, everyone. This is Manali Raj. Welcome to the CSA Relay News Bulletin presented by Chanakya IAS Academy, Patna. In this segment, we demonstrate about the daily important highlights from the perspective of our civil services examination. Let us have a brief overview of today's headlines. Pulses prices may spiral as deficient rain mars sowing. After second D-boost, Chandrayaan 3 on glide path to moon. Luna 25, Russia's first lunar mission in 47 years, crashes into the moon. Pakistan's president refuses to sign new national security laws. Today's synoptic report: the Kachativu controversy. What is RBI's new pilot for frictionless credit? What are acoustic side channel attacks and how is AI used to increase its accuracy? Moving into the details of the news, tomato prices may be cooling from recent highs, but pulses could play the next spoil sport in the battle against inflation. With a below-par monsoon in August dragging down the sown area for pulses in the Kharif season by almost 10% from a year ago. While a 37% surge in vegetable prices had fired up retail inflation to a 15-month high of 7.4% in July, prices of pulses have also risen sharply in recent months, speeding to 13.3% in July from 10.6% in June. Economists reckon prices of pulses such as tur dal and moong dal, which surged 34.1% and 9.1% respectively in July and would likely spiral further. This is because the total sown area for dals, 114.9 lakh hectares, as on August 18, is unlikely to improve much amid deficient rainfall towards the end of the sowing season. Sown areas for cereals and rice, which was lagging behind last year's levels till a few weeks ago, have now inched up to grow 1.6% and 4.3% respectively, and could help moderate their price rise in the coming months. However, pulses sowing has not staged such a recovery and has in fact got worse over the past week. The lander module of Chandrayaan 3, the third lunar mission of India, is expected to touch down the surface of the moon around 6:04 p.m. on Wednesday. The powered descent of the lander module with the rover in its belly is expected to commence at 5:45 p.m. The space agency completed the second and final deboosting, that is the slowing down of the module in the early hours of Sunday. Chandrayaan 3 mission is the second and the final deboosting operation, has successfully reduced the lander module orbit to 25 km by 134 km. The module would now undergo internal checks and await sunrise at the designated landing site. Russia's Luna 25 spacecraft crashed into the moon after it spun into an uncontrolled orbit, the country's Roscosmos space agency said on August 20. The pilotless spacecraft was aiming to land in the South Pole area of the moon, an area where scientists believed there could be important reserves of frozen water and precious elements. It had been expected to land on August 21. However, Roscosmos said it lost contact with Luna 25 on August 19 after the spacecraft ran into difficulties and reported an abnormal situation. The apparatus moved into an unpredictable orbit and ceased to exist as a result of a collision with the surface of the moon. It read from a statement of the agency. It said a special commission was looking into why the moonshot failed. Pakistan's President Arif Alvi said he had refused to sign into the law the two bills that would give authorities more power to prosecute people for acts against the state and the military, a move the law ministry said was unconstitutional. The bill have already been passed by both the houses of Pakistan's parliament, but Mr. Alvi is a member of former Prime Minister Imran Khan's Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf party, which opposes the coalition government that passed the two bills. According to the Pakistan's constitution, if the president does not sign a draft bill or return it back with his observations or objections within the 10 days after it has already been through the two houses, it will become a law. Synoptic report. On August 18, Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin revived the debate over Kachativu, an uninhabited and barren 285-acre islet about 14 nautical miles off Rameshwaram. Fisherfolk of the two countries have been traditionally using the islet for fishing. Though this feature was acknowledged into the 1974 agreement, the supplemental pact in March 1976 made it clear that the fishing vessels and fishermen of the two countries shall not engage in fishing in the historic waters. Sri Lanka claimed sovereignty over Kachativu on the ground that the Portuguese who had occupied the islet during 1505-1658 CE had exercised jurisdiction over the islet. India's contention was that the erstwhile Raja of Ramnad had possession of it as a part of his zameen. On August 17, the RBI commenced a pilot program endeavoring to evaluate the feasibility of the public tech platform for frictionless credit. The central bank regulator has observed that the data required for the process rests with different entities like central and state governments, account aggregators, banks, credit information companies, etc. This new platform would bring all of it together in a single place. Experts, including the World Bank, point out that improved access to the information provides the basis for fact-based and quick credit assessment. In August, the research paper titled A Practical Deep Learning-Based Acoustic Side Channel Attack on Keyboards, published and supported by the Ethics Committee of Durham University, UK, revealed that the artificial intelligence can be used to decode passwords by analyzing the sound produced by keystrokes. The study highlighted the accuracy of acoustic side channel attacks when state-of-the-art deep learning models were used to classify laptop keystrokes and their mitigation. In an ASCA, the sound of clicks generated by a keyboard is used to analyze keystrokes and interpret what is being typed to leak sensitive information. ASCA attacks are not new and have been around since 1950, when acoustic emanations of encryption devices were used to crack their security. Additionally, the US National Security Agency declassified documents listed acoustic emanations as a source of compromise in 1982. While there is no explicit means of defense against ASCAs, simple changes to typing could reduce the chances of attack. That was all for today. Aspirants can avail the PDF of today's news from the description link of this video. Stay tuned to our channel for standardizing your civil services preparations. Thank you.